Why hello there and welcome to my official house tour! So welcome, this is my house tour and it has been officially a year since I got the keys to this house, and so to celebrate that I thought I would let you all into my home that I finally finished decorating and renovating. So I cannot wait to show you how it all turned out because I know you all have been waiting a long time to see this. But some quick facts to get this out of the way. I bought a townhouse that was built in 2020, so there's no ghosts, no demons. I'm the first person to live in here. It's basically 3 floors, but there's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and what I fell in love with the most about this house is the open concept and how I could just envision myself calling this place home for the next few years. I really am proud of myself for this accomplishment because it really is such a huge milestone in a lot of people's lives, and I did do this all at the age of 24, and so yeah, super proud. And of course this would not be possible without the love and support from you all in the Flawless fam, so thank you. Not only is this my house, but this also is your home as well. But this here is the first floor, which is basically just a little entryway. The front door, there's a little patio, a little closet for like cleaning supplies, a coat closet, and the garage that also has the laundry unit. Here I added a nice little entryway table with a mirror, that way people can check themselves out before they leave out the door or when they come inside. Throughout my home, there's elements of my personality, and so down here I have a coffee table book that has like Taylor Swift, there's one about Japan, there's one about Princess Mononoke, there's a BTS album, and so yeah, I like to just add some touches of personality throughout like that. I think it's a great way to spice up your home, make it look more unique, and make it very you. And so yeah, let's go ahead and go up to the second and main living floor. So before we enter the main living area, which is right over here, right as you come up the stairs at the landing, there is a powder room here, which this was the last room that I finished decorating. So this here is my powder room. What I love most about this is that it's like its own little world in here because it's wallpapered through and through, 360, and I love this wallpaper that I chose. I got it from Amazon, but it gave me like Anthropology, Gucci vibes, which you know, Taeyoung loves. I did change all of the fixtures to be gold. They were initially like a chrome silver, and I'm just not into that vibe, and so everything has been swapped out. I added a light fixture, added a mirror, and I'm absolutely just in love with the vibe that I created in here. So this is the main living area of my house. This is where the living room, the little dining room / my office, and the kitchen are all located, and I just absolutely fell in love with this layout just because a lot of townhouses, I feel like, I'm from Seattle, so Seattle townhouses specifically are just so narrow, and I love this wide open concept. If anything, this place is bigger than my apartment, and so it sold me on that. So first up, we're gonna show you all the heart of the home, which is the kitchen. What sold me was this island. Look at how massive this island is. Like, oh my goodness, I'm still running. I'm still running. Initially, this island was just the tabletop, but I requested to have a waterfall kitchen island, which is when the marble also spills over onto the sides. It just looks so much more elegant and bougie, and I'm obsessed with it. You also know you're an adult when you buy your own appliances because I had to buy my own fridge. I went to Best Buy and got to pick it out myself and everything, and so it was just an adulting moment. I also changed out the lighting fixtures. These were initially like a silver and like clear situation, but I liked these like white milky bulbs instead and the gold accents. It just reminds me of like a cute cafe. If you follow me on Instagram, which if you aren't already, at FlawlessKevin, you know I love to cook. So if you are familiar with my Kitchen Time with Kevin series, this is exactly where all the magic happens. I love that this kitchen has a little aisleway situation, and on my island I actually have a nice little wine fridge that I can use to store my fun drinks, and so when I have guests over for a party, I'm like, oh no, don't go to the regular fridge, go to the fun drinks fridge. This sink is massive, and I love how there's no divider. I'm just personally a fan of a giant sink so I can just toss all my dishes in there. Also swapped out the faucet. It was originally like this spirally chrome situation, and so I love this sleek, modern, gold look instead. On the island, I just have some decorative pieces like this tray with some coasters. I have a nice little pampas grass vase situation. And then my friend also got me these roses, which are from Venus A Fleur, which are like pretty bougie and expensive, but they're supposed to basically last forever. And so I added it into a centerpiece of the island. If I were to describe the aesthetic of my house, it would be very boho, eclectic, meets a little bit of modern, a pastel dream. I basically want it to look like it jumped out of an Anthropology catalog. So this over here is my dining area, and so this is also where I like set up my laptop to work from. This is where I edit my videos, and so yeah, I like to just have this nice open space to look at when I work. And I don't mind it because for me, I rather sit here in an open view rather than like facing a wall. Over here, I have my china cabinet that I'm obsessed with because he is 6 feet tall and super strong. But I got this from Urban Outfitters, and if you'll notice, I do have like a lot of arches in my home just because I think it just softens up the look of the house and my aesthetic. There's so many like square edges in just everyday life, like TVs, tables, and so to break it up, I thought the round arches really just diversify that. But yeah, this is where I store my wine glasses, decorative elements, and there's a matching lamp that like ties in with all the light fixtures in, and I just love the way that it looks on this like little pedestal, like just super ethereal. So here is my living room. This is where all the living happens. This is where I watch Squid Game. This is where I watch my K-dramas. This is where I watch my anime, my BTS music videos, you name it. I even have a Nintendo Switch where I play Pokemon on. But yeah, I absolutely love the space that I created for myself. It's so homey for me. It's so my vibe. Very me. Of course, starting off with the couch. If you'll notice, there's like rainbows in my house because I did add these like window filters, and when the time is right, the lighting is just reflecting from that, and so it adds this like nice cast of gay into the home. Can we take a second to appreciate my gallery wall? Like, oh yes. It did take some time for me to really think about the layout, but I thought it was really cool to like add different elements that weren't picture frames. So I added like an arched mirror to add texture and shape, as well as like a little nice boho tapestry, and this over here like rattan little circular decorative piece. A gallery wall definitely adds more personality because it tells us a story about who you are, so you can pick whatever prints or pieces you want on your wall. I absolutely love how airy it looks. Like, just look at this. It's so airy, so breezy, and just so happy. Happy vibes, y'all. Over there I have an egg chair, which is where I sometimes sit and do some reading. Emphasis on sometimes. Over here is my TV wall, and if you'll notice, I actually added shiplap onto this wall because I thought that it would be such a nice statement, but it adds a little something without being too dramatic. I just absolutely love the layout of this house because like this cubby, like it's like indented into the wall, was like made for a TV. This is the biggest TV I've ever had. It's like a 70-incher. All around, like my decor is just very groovy, funky, boho, modern, eclectic, and also like pastel-y depending on where I want to add some color. I feel like a lot of times with boho, it could be really neutral, and I feel like that could be kind of boring. And so with my personality, I'm a very colorful person. And so without making it like a throw up of rainbows, I added elements of like pastels. And the last corner of this floor is obviously my FlawlessKevin wall, which I gotta turn on. Give me a second. Boom! Oh my goodness, we got FlawlessKevin in the house. When looking at this house, I just knew that I wanted to have a FlawlessKevin wall, almost like a cafe, like a photo op wall for my friends. I added this nice little boho bench that I love the colors and the textures. It really ties in well with the rest of the house. And this wallpaper is from Urban Outfitters, and I just love the design and the colors as well. Overall, this is my very own boba shop, so feel free to come by, take a little photo, hashtag flawless house, okay? Yes. All right, so now that we've gone through our main living area, we're gonna go to the third and last floor, which is where all 3 bedrooms are located, so let's go. I don't have a cameraman today, so. So right upstairs at the landing, there's this little nice hallway that leads to all 3 bedrooms as well as a bathroom. But in the hallway, I like to add a little bit of something. And so I decided to add family photos. photos. I thought this would be a great spot to add my family photos because I didn't want it to be like on the media console or in my bedroom dresser looking at me 24/7. And so this is a nice glimpse to be like, good morning family, good night family. So here we have my dad, Papa Flawless and I, my sister and I, as well as my mom and I. Mama Flawless, which rest in peace Mama Flawless, she passed away in 2018 due to ovarian cancer. And you know, I do wish she was here to see this accomplishment, but I do know that she's looking down and is super proud of me for this because she's always like worried about me doing YouTube. But yeah, she is forever in my heart, and I know that this is all for her as well. So down this hallway we have the guest room, and then we have my studio, and then we have my bedroom. Yay! So here we are in the guest room. I did actually paint this wall. This whole room is very boho vibes, like almost like a desert. And so yeah, I went ahead and did this nice little mural with like abstract boho shapes, which took 13 hours, free-handed, and never again will I do that. Y'all, my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack were all sore the next day. But anyway, this is the smallest bedroom in the house, and so I just have a twin bed, nightstand, a dresser, and a nice little vanity area for my guests to get ready or work from. Overall, very deserty, Joshua Tree vibes, and I'm really into it. If you are curious, a majority of my decor and furniture is from West Elm, Urban Outfitters, Anthropologie, Target, and maybe like Home Goods, TJ Maxx, or whatnot. Moving along, this here is my studio. When you walk on in, you're greeted with literally all 7 members of BTS, all my favorite anime characters, and obviously a cardboard cutout of my husband, Kim Taehyung. This room is the room that has no rules. There's no limitations. I can do whatever I want in this room, and so I decided to just regurgitate my love for BTS, K-pop, and anime all into this room. These 2 prints actually came all the way from Seattle with me. They were in my bedroom back in Washington, and I literally moved to LA, drove them to my first apartment in LA, all the way to this first house that I bought, and so now I have BTS and Carly Rae Jepsen, which a lot of people don't know. This is a Carly Rae Jepsen lyric, in my new home. And of course, would it be a Flawless Kevin house without a BTS wall? I literally plastered this entire wall with BTS posters, and so it's like a whole collage, almost like a K-pop store if you walk into one. But yeah, I love the way that it turned out. We got my hubby right here looking at me every day when I get ready. Over here on this shelf, I just have a variety of different things like BTS Funko Pops that my cousin Daniel gifted for me for my birthday. I also have a bunch of like My Hero Academia little figurines. I have Bakugo, Deku, and Todoroki. Love them, they're my best boys. Down here I have a bunch of manga. They're all volume 1s of my favorite manga. And then I also have K-pop albums. I have a nice little BTS section where I just store my BTS merch and like goodies and PR that I was gifted. And lastly, I have my diploma displayed at the very bottom because I did go to college. I double majored in media and communications and gender, women, and sexuality studies at the University of Washington in Bothell. So go Huskies, really proud of that accomplishment. So I decided to display it on here. Over here in this corner, this is the storage unit where I store all of my makeup, which I have so much of. But I also, of course, have my hubby right here. Hi. I have my silver play button plaque displayed right here because I'm really proud of this. It also reminds me of how far I've come, and there's so many instances where I wanted to just like quit YouTube, but I kept going and it brought me to where I am today, so really grateful for that, and obviously wouldn't be possible without you all in the Flawless fam. So this here is the guest bathroom. I did change out the mirror. It was like a square mirror at first, but I went with this gold round mirror, as well as swapping out the light fixtures, the faucets, the knobs, toilet paper holder, towel rack even. This boho art piece you see on the wall right here came with me all the way from Washington. I made this back in 2015 when I was a DIY YouTuber, and now it's here in my first home. But yeah, nothing super special about this bathroom other than, you know, it being a guest bathroom for my guests, friends, and family. And lastly, my master bedroom where all the magic happens, literally. I love the way that this room turned out. If anything, this is probably the most mature room and has like the most black accents, because if you notice throughout my house, it has a lot of gold accents, but I don't know, for some reason I just wanted this room to be mature, I guess. If you notice, I did do this wall and I added a nice little board and batten statement wall just because I felt like it definitely needed to have a pop, but instead of paint, I thought to add board and batten because it adds like texture, and also I thought it would be super timeless because it's pretty simple. I feel like whether it's me or someone else in the future when they get this house, they'll enjoy it because it was pretty pricey to do. I added a light fixture. This one's the iconic one from IKEA, and I loved how it just really tied in the rest of the room and it made it feel like an actual master bedroom. I also didn't realize how much of a TV person I would be. This was initially in my apartment and it was like a 55-inch, but it was way too small downstairs, and perfectly enough, it fit exactly over this like dresser and on this wall, and so I really don't regret having a TV in my own bedroom. Say hello to the video kitties and hubby. Here is my closet. I do wish I had a bigger closet, even though this is technically a walk-in closet. There's absolutely no way that I could share this with my husband, Kim Tae-young, because I took up the entire closet. But yeah, I just have all of my clothes organized as like all the colors and rainbows at the top, all the neutrals are at the bottom. I have a whole shelf for shoes. I have a whole shelving unit for my designer handbags. And then I have some pants at the bottom as well. And lastly, coming into my bathroom, there is no door, and hi. I ended up taking out the large giant mirror that comes with the house, and then I also added some shiplap onto this wall just to add some texture. And then I did do a his and his mirror and his light fixtures up in there. Low-key modern farmhouse vibes, but I really love the way that it turned out in here. So this here is the shower. Can we take a second to appreciate how freaking massive this shower is? Like, you could fit like 5 people in here. Of course, this is where I get ready for the day, and I just love the natural lighting that comes in. It just feels like a spa almost. And yeah, I also love the tiling and how it goes all the way to the ceiling. The shower head is massive. Overall, the perfect layout and size for myself and my vibe, and I'm really happy that I ended up getting this place. Alrighty everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my house tour. Let me know in the comments which part of my house was your favorite. Again, as always, thank you so much for all the love and support. This house would not be possible, and the way that I decorated, all the furniture that I bought, all the renovations that I did would have not also been possible if it weren't for the love and support from you all in the Flawless fam. Thank you so much for allowing me to live my dreams and make the life that I wanted to make, because without you, this would not be possible. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot believe it's been a year since I got the keys to this place, and again, I'm also proud of myself for putting all the hard work into creating the life that I've always wanted for myself as well. So, just very surreal. Be sure to go and follow me on all my other social platforms, such as TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, all at FlawlessKevin. That way we can still stay connected and be besties even more. Also, be sure to go and subscribe to my vlog channel, especially if you want to catch up on some older vlogs of me like moving into this house, updating, decorating this house. It's all over there. But yes, I love you all so much, and remember everyone, to be flawless is to be yourself. Bye!